If you guys are looking for some fast, cheap and reliable coins, go check out buycheapfifacoins.com and use discount code Curtis for 5% off. They're the cheapest and most reliable place around. What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to a brand new FIFA 15 squad builder. Today we have a crazy hybrid squad. So before we get stuck into it, I want to say a couple quick things. Firstly, if we could hit 400 likes in this video guys, that'd be absolutely amazing. Secondly, check out the links down below if you want to go and get yourself some Microsoft points to get yourself FIFA points with FIFA launching this week. If you haven't already been involved in the early access, you will have the full game on Friday if you've pre-ordered it of course. So check out down below to get your Microsoft points as cheap as you possibly can to get the most out of it. So without any further ado, we'll get stuck into it with the first player, and that is Diego Alves. Now, he did a pretty good job for me. He was actually in the squad purely for chemistry reason, but he's a pretty decent Brazilian goalie, and he was definitely the best choice I had in terms of the goalkeeper there. At left back, we have Benoit Tremoulinas. I have been kind of a big preacher of him the last couple videos. I think this is the second squad I've included him now, and I really am a big fan of him. There's something about him, just a really solid left back, gets up and down that left-hand side, and usually does more than my left midfielder do, so I really rate him for that. Next up, we have Rafael Varane, a very, very solid centre-back. I believe you could also have Mathieu or any other Liga BVVV French centre-back, to be honest. But very, very good indeed, as I said, and very OP one to use there. Next up, we have Felipe Santana. You can actually use him for, I believe the guy's name is Anderson. You'll see him on the bench. Basically, any Brazilian Bundesliga centre-back, but Felipe Santana, or even Naldo, actually. But Felipe Santana is the one that I chose, and in my opinion, he's the best one. Right back, we have Grosskreutz. Now, he is very quickly becoming one of my favourite defenders on the game. This back four is just made out of players I really, really like. Grosskreutz just seems so good on that right-hand side, so well-rounded, and yeah, just seems like a really fun player. I think he'd be amazing in career mode as well. Next up, we have Cuba, or Jakub Blaszczykowski, absolute legend over on that right-hand side. Very, very pacey. That's all he's about, is that pace and a little bit of dribbling and crossing. Just very, very overpowered, very useful to have over there. Shame he's had a bit of a pace decrease, I think, from last year, but still very good. Next up, we have Kevin Prince Boateng. Once again, a player that I really, really rate on this game. You can also use Luis Gustavo here. I believe it still works with full chemistry, but I went for Kevin Prince Boateng as I really like his 4-star skills, and I think he's such a well-rounded central midfielder. Next up, in the left centre mid one, we have Dos Santos. I think it's Jonathan Dos Santos, the ex-Barca one, but he's purely there for chemistry reasons, but he was also really good in midfield. His passing and dribbling was a lot better than I expected it to be, and he actually did a really decent job of spreading the ball around. Left mid, we have Jesse Rodriguez. Now, I'm not really sure what to say about him, because normally I absolutely love his card. Previous FIFAs, I've just absolutely loved him, but I wasn't really too fond of him this time. You can use any BBVA left mid, but yeah, I don't know, just didn't really play as well as I wanted him to. But up front we have Uche, very, very solid striker indeed, a great link there with Dos Santos. You can also put him up top with the other Dos Santos, Giovanni Dos Santos I think his name is, and get that full chem link. But that's the striker. I'll talk a bit more about him. And then we also have Adrian Ramos, a very, very solid striker indeed. Two of my favourite strikers so far, both really enjoying how they play. And the pace physicality mixture of the two is absolutely brilliant. They're both really good physical. Ramos is good in the air. They're both really quick, so it's very fun to use. But you see on the clips here, the team just seem to play it really nicely. Everyone seems to have relatively good passing, so the pass and move play was really good. And then through balls to the front too was just insanely overpowered. And every time I seemed to get in a one-on-one with either of them, they put it in the back of the net. Uche and Ramos just seriously seemed like goal machines. And you'll see here, I don't know what it is, but just watching the gameplay of FIFA 15, it just looks great. But yeah, once again, Uche getting on the end of it, and once you get one-on-one with him, he almost always seemed to put it in the back of the net, as did Ramos. And they were so good at peeling off their last man off the shoulder of them to get it in. It just seemed to work so well. But also you see Grosskreutz popping up literally every part of the pitch. He just seems so good. He literally is everywhere. He probably did more than either of my two wingers. He was so good. And yeah, he popped up for the goal there. And Uche, once again with another goal. I decided not to include that many of my clips because I actually got a ridiculous amount of goals with this team, both Uche and Ramos scoring an insane amount. But Ramos here, as you see, puts through Uche once again, and they just run and they score. Easy as that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video though. It's a very, very cheap and overpowered squad builder. Go pick it up, give it a go. Have a nice day guys. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.